So you had talked about like you guys have a makerspace
Mhm.
and you have an innovation lab, and then the students are also doing engineering. So can you kind of discuss like I think a lot of people would see those all as one thing.
Yeah.
Can you kind of tell us a little bit about what makes each a little different?
Yeah, or actually, I'll pose kind of the same.
Okay.
So this is definitely not now. When we are in a hybrid type of situation now, so I'm going to magically go back in time. Actually,
The good feelings of
here.
2019.
Yes, and really like you have to. I'm gonna tell you, you have to just scroll down my feed on Instagram and see the things that were happening. You can see it. But so we have the makerspace, the innovation lab, and I'll talk about the engineering in the classrooms. Like I said, I had the great privilege to be able to build this program and not have anyone tell me how to do it or anything like that. I got to use things from different schools that I visited and everything, and I realized that, I mean, really there's no right definition of a makerspace. It's really not even, you hear teachers talking about makerspace as a noun, a place, and even a verb, like the action of making. So the spaces that we have, we're just lucky to have them for now. We have the Makerspace and Innovation Lab, two separate places. They really, truly, a STEM lab, an innovation lab, a makerspace, a lot of times they're both together. I just got to have two spaces to design. And then, so what I did was in our makerspace, we focus more on design thinking and making and engineering. A huge focus on design thinking though. So I posed the design thinking challenges. We have it's a big science room, and we have all the cabinets and drawers at the students' disposal of recyclable materials, donations. It's pretty great. So that's the more hands-on area. And then our innovation lab is where we focus on technology, coding, robotics, 3D printing. And so it's just simply the way that we have it is just because I got to have two spaces. Now, we'll see how long that lasts because we are a growing school. We have 1,400 students. We are TK through 8. So every year when we're like looking at the growth, I'm like, oh, please don't take away, and I don't think, the innovation lab might go first. And so then we would just have everything in the makerspace. So it's not about the space. It's really just, I got to have two separate spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of, I guess, like my lab is, the STEAM lab. So, I mean, we have in my classroom, there's 4 3D printers. We have a sublimation printer and heat presses for creating mugs and t-shirts and designs for that. We have a large format printer for posters
Well,
and
what's the name of your space?
the Idea and Design Center is what I call it. Like
Awesome.
I don't
So
call
it,
it room 52. It's
yeah,
the
it
idea.
is. It sounds like you're two different rooms.
Right.
Yeah.
Ideas and design.
Right.
Yeah. And then we have a podcast studio in the back for
That's
podcasting
awesome.
and voiceovers for video editing and
Right.
all that kind of stuff. So yeah,
we
it sounds pretty
definitely we
similar.
definitely can grow in that area with I mean, we are still kind of a baby school. We, like I said, it's our 5th year, but we haven't really been able to. Our makerspace and innovation lab right now are empty, and so I've had to change things up a little bit. But so yeah, so that's kind of how we designed it. And so with those different spaces, I got to win like Joe, like with the 3rd grade class coming in, they would go to the makerspace for sorry, rewind. They have innovation in their daily schedules, 40 minutes a day, Monday through Thursday. Friday is like a school-wide last hour called DPS hour, which is like Genius Hour type of innovation. We do buddies and mentoring, lots of pep rallies. So in their innovation schedule, that 40 minutes, they're either in the makerspace, They're either in the innovation lab or they're in their classrooms doing engineering. And I get to design all of that, create the lessons, and then I co-teach with the teachers so they can kind of learn alongside. So that's kind of the different spaces, but it all really, there's no right way. It's all could be in one spot. So
That's cool. It's I mean, that you guys have innovation built into a schedule.
Daily schedule for